Yo, what's good? Big Z here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this. So that is my remake of MEDUZA's new track called Lose Control. I love their style, so I had to remake this one. That signature sound is a really cool sound, so I'll show you guys how I made that. If you want all the Serum presets and all the drum samples I used, then you can download those below for free. So let's start off with their signature synth sound that was also in their other single, Piece of Your Heart. Sounds like this. So it's actually two layers, most of the characters coming from this layer. And this is a bipolar harmonic wave in oscillator A, which you can find in the digital section. The wavetable position's all the way to the left. It's got 7 voices of unison and some detune on there. Then in oscillator B, there's just a sol wave. Sol wave just kind of helps thicken up the sound a little bit, so I have it detuned pretty heavily with 8 voices of unison. I have this noise oscillator on with the bright white noise on, and here's what the envelope looks like. And then the rest of the magic is happening in the effects section. Also make sure you have mono check down here in the voicing tab, but over in the effects section, I have some multi-band compression on there, some flanger, chorus, delay, reverb, and some EQ. So without all these effects, here's what it sounds like. So you can see it sounds terrible without those effects on there. It sounds really bad. But one of the cool things that's happening in this sound is I'm actually controlling the filter with the built-in filter in the chorus effect. So if I just turn this chorus off, the filter's opened all the way. So I'm using envelope 1 here to control this low pass filter on the chorus plugin. And it gave it a little bit of a different effect than if I just used it to control this filter cutoff over here. I think it sounded more like the original sound when I did it this way. So that's a cool part of this sound. And then after that, I'm just adding some delay and reverb. And then the only external processing I have on here is just some EQ, helping shape the sound a little bit. So it just cleans up the sound a lot. So then the other layer to this sound is a deeper bass layer that sounds like this by itself. And this is a pretty simple sound. It's just a sol wave in Serum with 7 voices of unison and some detune. It's got this envelope here with a long release time and mono checked in the voicing tab. And then in the effects section, just adding some multi-band compression. I'm cranking this tube distortion all the way up. I've got this low pass filter on there that's being controlled by the envelope down here. And then I just have the 8th note dotted delay on this sound again, so the delay follows along with the other sound too. So when you put both those together, you get a nice full sound. Obviously, I can't recreate their vocals, but I do have the atmospheric elements in the background to fill out the space some more. So it's these sine plucks mixed with like a choir drone and a string drone. And just to increase the tension throughout the drop, I'm automating the gain of this choir sound and this string sound. And that sine pluck is a really simple sound. I'll just include that preset below if you want that too. The last thing I guess I should talk about would be the drums. These drum sounds are really cool. I spent a lot of time working on the layering to get it to sound as close to the original as I could, and I'll definitely be using these drum sounds in my own songs in the future, and you can download them below, like I said, if you want them. So here's what all the drums sound like. Maybe I'll do a whole new video on drum layering, but the kick is 2 different layers with this bottom layer here and this top layer. And the clap is 3 different layers. And the hat is an open hat and a closed hat. When you're layering drums, just make sure everything has a purpose in the mix. Don't just add things to add things. Make sure there's actually space in your mix for it. Like there's 3 clap layers here, but they all have a different purpose. Like the first clap layer I showed you has a longer tail that extends more. Then this next layer is shorter and snappier. Then I've got this hand clap layer that just makes it sound a little more realistic. So just be mindful of that whenever you're layering drums. Just make sure everything has a purpose in the mix. So anyway, I'll play the full remake again at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Spotify below. And other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.